How'd you get into the software engineering and that side of things?
I would say grew up with a dad that built all kinds of things. And so sort of learned that. 18, did my first land development project with him and sort of was going down that path. I would say all of a sudden pivoted and, was planning on going to college, but was always planning on going back something construction investment.
Because that's what your dad did, right?
Exactly. I knew it was a path. I knew I was going to do investment properties. It was the no-brainer way to just turn the crank. As part of that, it was one of those where I was like, what's the hardest thing I could do in school? Because if I can do that, then I can do anything. So electrical engineering was that thing. And so went there and knew if I could do that, it would set me up in all things construction. So that was my thought, accompanying that with my mechanical background from working with him. I would say what I didn't anticipate was my first electrical engineering class really had a professor that radically changed what I ended up doing. So all of a sudden became very passionate about that. Had a lot of good mentors that were just sewing into me. Within 2 years, we were making motors from scratch and building anything we could think of. And so that really took me down this whole engineering side. I continued to do real estate in parallel to that. Actually moved up to Cleveland, went to grad school, got my doctorate here in Cleveland State.
You're from Columbus area originally?
From Columbus originally. And my professor came up here to be the dean of engineering. And it was one of those where like, hey, I'm going to pay you to go to school. Like not just pay for school, I'm going to pay you to go to school. And so I came here with the reality that I could have open access to anyone. I work hard. And so that would get me in the door. He would get me in the door. Working hard would keep me in the door.